Are we about set?
Anytime you're ready.
Anytime we're ready, okay. You want to go ahead and start up. All right, well, so I get to welcome you. Good evening, everyone. This is Carolyn Whiteman, and I am here with you from the Florida Keys. I'm outside on my deck, so no, it's not cold. And it is my pleasure to welcome you tonight to this OPA call. This is really a celebration. And so we're going to have the opportunity to hear from several of our masters and some of their people that they get to introduce and welcome. But I would first of all like to introduce you and welcome Rob Loomis. Rob is the sort of pater familias of our family. When I was first introduced to Shaklee, it was his parents, Mary and Gary Loomis, that introduced me. And many of you have had the opportunity to work with them. In fact, the Shaklee office that I went to had just been vacated by Rob, who had left their home then in Beverly Hills and left for Harvard Law School. So he found his way to Boston, which is where he is currently. And so it is my pleasure to welcome him and really like to have the opportunity, Rob, for you to just kind of give an overview about who OPA is and just talk about our celebration tonight. So welcome, Rob Loomis, Presidential Master Coordinator.
Carolyn. And welcome OPA family. It's nice to see some familiar faces and some faces that I've read about but never actually seen face to face. And so to some extent, that is a replication of what happens every year at a live convention. When we have this OPA dinner, and I would say probably 70% of the people who are there are repeat customers, people who have come to OPA meetings before, but they're always a good solid 30%, and they're the most important people in a way. So it's nice to see the new people. I have told the OPA story probably 100 times, but people seem to be interested in hearing it again. And I've been asked to tell it again tonight, so I will do what I'm asked to do. My mother got into this business in 1968, well, it's 52 years ago. And she really got dragged into the business. She didn't want to get into the business, but that's another story. She was not super fast off the mark. It took her 8 years to become a master. She got stuck for 6 of those years at the key level, and got so frustrated about that that she sent my father and my brother to the convention in Puerto Rico and wouldn't go herself because she wanted to stay home and finally do what it took to become a master, and she succeeded. But early on, even before she became a master, even before she became a key, she had been going to Shaklee meetings, and she, met all of the big pioneers of Shaklee, the Hegermans and so forth, and saw that their organization was called the so-and-so organization. And she thought to herself, this is not my vision of what our organization is going to look like. Our organization is going to be much bigger than Mary Loomis, and it's going to last a lot longer than Mary Loomis. And so she really was prescient about that. And so she didn't want to call it the Loomis organization. She wanted to call it by a generic name. And what she came up with was Organic Products Associates. Now, some wags in Shaklee have said, oh no, it's not Organic Products Associates, it's the Organization of Powerful Achievers. But in any event, it's called OPA, and that's, I think OPA stands for Organic Products Associates. It's one of the bigger businesses in Shaklee today. We personally, in our business, we have 14 first-level business leaders. Actually, that's a net gain this year over what had been a long-standing 13 first levels. We have about more than 200, between 200 and 250 business leaders under us. And the reason I'm vague about that is that I can't see them all. The only ones that I can see on my bonus statement are the new dreamers who go down to infinity levels. But I do know, I'm perfectly aware of and know quite well some people who don't show up on my bonus statement, but I'm told about others that I've never met. So anyway, that's why I say we have about between 200 and 250 business leaders below us, going down 11 generations that I know about. We have more than 50,000 members going down, I'm told by Shaklee, going down 120 generations. That's members. We have 11 master coordinators, and we constitute about 5% of Shaklee North America. Now, those of you who have been to any Shaklee conference in the last 20 years know that one of at least my favorite events, and I'm told it's one of the favorite events for some of you, is the OPA dinner. That's a dinner to which we invite everybody who is in OPA, everybody under us, and it doesn't matter whether they're a business leader or not. So that's a nice get together, but it's also the venue for a ceremony which we hope to reenact tonight. And that is the award of, well, the recognition really of OPA top achievers. Normally, for a regular live convention, we offer something called OPA trip dollars. And there are various categories. I think this year we had 9 categories. And for each category that you score in, you get $100 paid by the upline masters who have you on their bonus statement. And the purpose of this really was to defray the cost of going to a convention, you know, the airfare, hotel, restaurant, registration, all that stuff. Well, this year there was none of it except for the $49 registration fee. But we thought that it would be a shame not to recognize the people who were recognized. If you were an attentive viewer of the conference, and were one of these people, you saw your name. Shaklee recognized high achievers in 3 categories. One of them was everybody who attained a new rank in the past year, and some of you here are in that category. The second category was people who had increased their OV, their organizational volume, by 25,000 PV or more. And then the third category was something called Wall of Honor. And that's the top 10 people in the nation in various categories. And we had one of those too, and we'll be hearing about her and maybe from her on this call. So I was very proud to say that OPA had winners in all 3 categories of star achievers recognized at this conference last month. And maybe I'll stop there and let the masters, the closest upline masters of each of these people speak about them and perhaps introduce them. And I don't know in which order, Carolyn, people, what master is going to speak first?
I thought we'd start with Hannah and Alan.
Okay, go ahead.
And
Well,
Hannah
good
and
evening,
Alan,
everybody.
Hannah and Alan, as you introduce yourselves, since Rob has done such a nice job of talking about heritage, would you just mention where in the lineage you fit with
Yes.
with Loomis's?
Okay. Well, good evening, everybody. It's nice to see you all. Congratulations to everybody, and a special congratulations to the award winners. In the Heritage link, we were sponsored by someone who was a rabbi in New York who came to officiate at a funeral. His upline was a couple in California who met Shoshana at a new Lamaze class. And upline from that were the Loomises. And as a series of things happened over the years, Peter sold his business because he wanted to become a rabbi in Israel. And he had 2 first levels that he sold. And one was Goldie Waldman and one was us. Isn't that terrific? He did it on a part-time basis, didn't he? So we're excited to talk about our award winners, and I know we have a lot. So let me start with the one on the list here, the newest, Bobby Catanza, Robert Catanza. Wave, Bobby, so everybody can see you.
Tammy's probably taking her class right now.
Yeah. Bobby Catanza is a second level business leader to us through our daughter, Ashley. And Bobby,
There's Bobby right there.
yeah, good. Bobby's been a longtime Shaklee consumer of the products, great results with Crohn's and digestive issues, ulcerative colitis. And Bobby looks like he's 26 or 34. He's built like he's built. He works out and does well. So congratulations, Bobby and Tammy, for becoming new directors this year. The next one on the list, I'm going according to the list here, is Jane Sefton on our screen right next to Bobby. Jane, wave hello. Jane is a woman who has great stick-to-itiveness. She is a first-level business leader to us, and she has been a long-time business leader, really doing things consistently. Among her strengths, she has an Amish organization. As you may know, they do not use electronics, so Jane spends a lot of time visiting the Amish because you can't call them, and they aren't on Zoom. In fact, one of her Amish directors would have been an award winner, but he couldn't go to the conference. So Jane has achieved a new rank this year also.
Jane, where do you live?
Pardon me?
Where does Jane live?
Good idea, thank you. Jane lives in Sandy Lake, Pennsylvania, which is in western Pennsylvania, right near Interstate 80.
Yes.
And Bobby lives near Cleveland, Ohio. Now, Jane has a message she'd like to present. So Jane, take it away.
Okay, well, Shaklee is always great in giving you rewards that are great. And so if some of you haven't seen them, I thought that would work as the box behind it there. It's better without the box. The Tiffany glass that we got says move over coffee, today's a job for Bubbles. And so it's, Bubbles, if you don't drink, you can put the vitalized immunity in there, get your bubbles that way. So that's what I did for conference. But with working with people, it's so exciting to be with people and just help them out. And when you find somebody like I did with, he found me, Levi, one of those instances that he knocked on the door of somebody that was using products and said, hey, I want to sell Shaklee. So you never know where your people are going to come from. So I just think, we just need to get out there more and talk to more people and just get over that fear of rejection, because you're going to find the real joy in the people that say yes.
And Jane has a new business builder coming as a result of her Breakfast with Jane videos that she puts on in the mornings.
So again, somebody else came to me from, so just keep the word out there. Yeah.
Terrific. Thank you, Jane. And congratulations to Jane.
Thank you.
And Jane, at some time, it would be wonderful to hear some of the special Amish community stories, because those of us who have been around Shaklee for a while remember just the wonderful stories. When they qualify for a Shaklee car, they don't drive cars. So we remember the stories of their being presented with the horse and buggy as their Shaklee vehicle. And some of the stories that I'm sure you can tell us about how they've used things like Basic H as an application in many of their community activities. So that's just, it's a wonderful community. And so thanks, Jane. I'm honored to get to hear from that.
Yeah, it's neat how horses, act up or something, and it's like he's telling people, hey, I've got some Shaklee to help your horse out. So the protein, different things for the horses as well. Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
Well, speaking of Amish, when we have some Amish in our organization also, when we get a telephone call on my phone, I see it's an Amish number, that call gets answered. because they went to a neighbor to call us. They don't use phones. And if I don't get that phone, then I can't call them back. So they get high priority when they call.
Alan, how do you know that it's an Amish number?
Well, I know the numbers now.
Oh, okay.
They go to certain people,
Yeah,
the same.
Yes.
yeah.
Well, before we got started tonight, I have, through another group, a lady found me because I put a business card at the laundromat, and she is Amish and closer to me, and she just called me, so I had to answer that tonight before the call came on. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Okay, terrific.
Wonderful
Okay, we have-
stories, Jane. Thank you.
Another winner in the OV increase category, meaning 25,000 OV over last year's base. And that person happens to be our daughter, the youngest of our 3 daughters, the only one that's interested in Shackley. The other 2 are interested in
business.
consuming the products. Ashley has built her own Shackley business very well. Soon to be. She did a great job on OV this year. And also Bobby Catanza, who we just gave an award to, she developed him for her organization. So Ashley, congratulations to you for a check. And I think you take yourself off mute. You have an
Thank you.
opportunity to speak.
Yes, thank you. So exciting. I just wanted to mention congratulations to everyone for your year. And now is the time to really set our sights for the end of this year into next year. And I think that's one of the key things from conference is we have to take all that motivational, exciting information that we got from people and use that to push us through the end of the year into the next incentive year. Because this is the time to start and get geared up, use all these great incentives that were put out there for us, use it to help us focus and plan and have a really strong end of year into the new year so that we are already working towards next year's incentives. And key thing is go back, like if you have a low moment or anything, go back and listen to some of the people that are talking and keep yourself motivated, because this is self-motivation is one of the key things, and using everything that we learned at conference and these Mission Monday calls are a great way to keep yourself motivated and keep going for your goals. So have a great rest of 2020, everyone.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much, Ashley.
Congratulations, Ashley.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Great.
Closing note, during this virtual conference, we told our business leaders to take 5 selfies, and with Roger, with a keynote speaker, et cetera, take 5 selfies and send them to us. And when you send in 5 selfies, we're going to send you a $25 Target gift card. And of course, Bobby Catanza, Jane Sefton, and Ashley DeAngelis will all be receiving gift cards.
Terrific. Great
Us
job.
checks.
Great job. Thanks so much. And just to complete, Sherpins, you are physically where now, and where else are you sometimes?
We are physically at our northern home in Western Pennsylvania, 100 miles north of Cleveland, 100 miles north of Pittsburgh, 100 miles south of Cleveland. And we don't spend as much time as you'd like to, but that's in Fort Myers, Florida, in our southern home.
And we can't wait to get back
Right.
there.
Great. So
Love Florida.
two locations. Great. Good to see you guys.
Thanks to
Thank
Shackley.
you.
Yeah, thank you. And congratulations to the Sheriff and organization. Okay. Madam Shifra. Shifra Lefkowitz. Oh, yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. And first of all,
congrats.
would you start out and just tell where in the heritage, where the lineage you fit with Rob Loomis?
Sure. First, welcome everybody. Thank you for inviting me here to recognize my team. I'm so proud and excited to do this today. It's kind of feeling like a family, like we're trying to get this vibration of like the OPA dinner. It's a little bit of that, because when we do recognition, it feels really nice and special to award people. I am in the Loomis organization. My direct upline is Sarah Stauber, my sister-in-law. Sarah Stauber was sponsored by Goldie Waldman, and Goldie Waldman was sponsored by the same people as the Sharapans, and then they they moved to Israel, and Goldie rolled up to marry Loomis. So now Rob is benefiting from the entire Jewish community, Orthodox Jewish community across the country. So that was a good idea. So that's where I fit in. So I'm actually third level to Rob. And I'm very proud to recognize my QOV. All the people that have worked hard and grown this year have helped me increase my QOV out of my strongest leg. And I'm so proud of this team. And first, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you the genealogy of all these people that were recognized so you understand how they fit in. So I have a best friend, a business partner, for a high school friend. We're in business together for 30 years, and her name is Leah Herzl, and Leah is an amazing leader, and she is my first level. Leah sponsored Sarah Sieg, and if you didn't hear Sarah's talk today on the Monday Mission Possible call, you better listen on the recording. She was a rock star. She was just amazing. So Sarah is right below Leah, and then Sarah sponsored Devora Cranes, and Devora Cranes is a Wall of Honor participant, recipient. So that's first level to Sarah. And then Devora has a downline, Lala Masjedi, and both Devora and Lala were speakers in the workshop at the conference. So congratulations to them. And then Devora is out of Florida. And then Lala is out of Los Angeles. And then Lala sponsored Daniela, and Daniela is going to be recognized today. And then Tehila is under Devora. And then we have one more under Sarah Sieg, and that's Trani Newman out of Montreal. So, wow, that is amazing. So I just want you to know how the genealogy looks, and they are just outstanding. So what I'm doing, what I thought would work best is to just give a small tip of advice for coming out of conference, and then having some of these people share for 2 minutes about something special that they feel can help all of you listening to grow your business over the next year. So what I just want to say is, there were so many things launched at conference. There are products, meology, business things, different tools, different, the sharing app, the programs, the incentives. So how do you just put this all into action? This could be really confusing. So this is my little tip of advice. Get to know everything. Get to know what meology is about. Get to know the new products. Get to know the programs, and have it in your brain as information, or print it out, or listen if you didn't yet listen to all the workshops. Then, when you are talking to people, my advice to you is to meet expectations and build trust with people. Somebody's having a health issue, or if someone wants prevention, if someone wants more energy, give them what they need and help them meet expectation so they get good results and they're happy with the outcome. Then take the next step. So if somebody is looking for income, offer them the business. But if someone is looking for health, offer them health first. And maybe for somebody, meology is a good fit, and it's going to help build trust. But maybe for somebody else, meology is not good because they need other stuff. So not because meology is here, that's why it's a good fit for everybody. But meology is an amazing tool to get to people that don't trust you, but they would trust the system. They would trust the assessment. So be wise, ask a lot of questions, build trust, and then recommend something that meets expectations. And it doesn't matter what it is. If it's youth, now everything is rewarded. You don't have to join it with Approve It to get a bonus for joining. You can get Star Club bonuses even if it's not Approve It Challenge. So this is my little tip of advice. Build trust, meet expectations, and you will move forward and keep reaching and sharing the gift of Shaklee. Okay, so now I'm gonna have the honor to recognize and have Leah Herzl share her little talk about what tips she can give to those that were successful. Leah grew in the OV increase category, of course, with all these amazing people on her team growing in rank and achieving big things. Her OV increased, and she is getting just so close to the next level, which is key coordinator. And let's all cheer her on because she's almost there. So go, Leah, share. Yeah, you're unmuted.
There you
I'm
go.
muted.
You're
Yeah.
unmuted. Yeah, you're open.
I'm so excited to be on here. It's a pity that we couldn't make the dinner. We always had such a nice time meeting everyone and getting tips from everyone and meeting all the senior leaders, the Sharapens, Carolyn Whiteman. It's a pity that we missed it, but you know what? Next year, we're coming back bigger and better and stronger than ever. So what I want to share is, first, congratulations to Sarah Zieg. She is one awesome dynamite leader. What she shared today was so, you can see that it came straight from her heart. And everything she shared was so profound, and it will make a difference in a lot of people's lives. With Shifra's help, we are blowing everything out of the park. I mean, our team is growing by leaps and bounds. We have people in every single state almost in the United States that we haven't had before. So for all of you who are sitting around on the sidelines for a while, just hang in there because you never know when it's gonna come. For me, it was like this. For me, it was stepping out of my comfort zone. And I think a lot of people are afraid a comfort zone is something that provides safety for everyone. Whatever you did and you're comfortable with, you'll continue doing. There's a security there, but it's sort of like a graveyard for your dreams and ideals and your goals, because you're stuck there. And so you need to step out of that. And together with Shifra and MC Mentors, I took a massive, huge leap out of my comfort zone and did things I never did before, reached out to people I never reached out before. Yeah, it's very scary. I was afraid. When I set those goals for MC Mentors, I was shivering for days, but it made all the difference. It made all the difference. So everyone out there, just step out of your comfort zone, because that's the way to go. So, and I found some very good quotes that I think will explain what I'm saying. You can choose courage or you can choose comfort. You can't have them both, so you gotta make a decision. Do one thing every day that scares you. I think Eleanor Roosevelt said that. And so just get out there and don't be afraid, because fear is not going to get you to the top. But taking that huge leap like I did, whoa, I can't even handle what's happening. Thank you.
Leah, would you mention just for a minute, what was the thing that scared you? What did you take the leap to do?
Well, first of all, it was making a decision and deciding that I was going to be a master by a certain date. I always said I'm gonna be, but I never had a date set to it. And now, because I have that date, I'm accountable. I'm checking to see every month. I'm keeping an accounting booklet, checking to see how much I grew, what happened, and am I hitting those goals to get to master at that date? And that's very scary, because I'm actually taking accountability every single day of what was accomplished. I have everything written down. I never did that before, and that's very scary. When you see, oh, I didn't do that, I better do it. And just go there and do it.
Awesome, Leah. Awesome. Do you want to say something about MC Mentors, what that is, just so people know that?
Yes, please, can I?
Sure, please.
I always listen to leaders, and I always ask leaders for one piece of advice they can give me. But with MC Mentors and everyone at a senior level, practically, and everyone just going out there and sharing their goals and how they accomplish those goals for the week, and everyone has the same focus. We're all listening to what Shaklee is and where we're going and get to the top. The focus is to go from director to master and not get stuck at director level, which many people, I know Sarah shared that today, that she was stuck at director level for 13 years. With MC Mentors, I foresee that my team will be going from distributor to master, and with K-South training and all that, within 3 to 5 years. And I think that we never had. And I encourage everyone, just join MC Mentors, it's the best.
That's awesome, Leah. And congratulations. Now, do you have somebody else to recognize? Schiffer, you want to expand the connections?
Yes, so I just want, I wanted just Sarah to say hi. Sarah, are you available a minute? Could you unmute yourself? Congratulations, Sarah. Sarah qualified in 2 categories in new rank, and she actually jumped to executive coordinator and then senior executive
I got the wrong
coordinator.
one.
And then she had tremendous OV increase. Sarah, everybody's crazy over your talk. Do you want to just say hi?
Hi.
Oh, where is she? There. There we go.
Congratulations,
There we
Sarah,
go.
for all your awesome work.
Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without my team and you and Leah's amazing support. I really, like I said on the call, Sarah Zieg only has so much time in her day. So all of you that are on the call tonight from my team, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for trusting in me. Thank you for working together with me alongside being a partner in this mission to transform healthcare, sick care to healthcare. And I'm having so much fun.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you so
Awesome.
much. Congratulations for all your achievements. So now we're going to give our Wall of Honor 2-3 minutes to share some of her advice. Devorah Cranes qualified in 3 categories. She is the top qualifier of all the OPA participants and qualifiers. She's a new rank, OV increase, and Wall of Honor growth. Congratulations, Devorah. Give us some wisdom, some of your wisdom. And Devorah, congratulations for that amazing workshop that you did for virtual conference. So, and then Carolyn, after her, we're gonna have 2 of the new directors share for 2 minutes each, so people can learn something from everybody.
Great. Thank you. Hi, Devorah.
Hi, thank you so much for hosting this tonight, and thank you, Shifra, for everything you do for our amazing, amazing team. And thank you to Leah and to Sarah and Lala Masjedi and Tahila and all the girls that are under Lala in California. The team is really just a very special team. There's such a warmth in our team of a community. And that's really something that I'm passionate about, that every mom or woman or, friend that comes and joins our team feels like their family. Because that is my passion and my goal, is that everyone that partners with us feels like they're home, that this is home, that this is where they should be, that they feel comfortable, that they feel welcomed, that they feel that, there's someone for them to reach out to. And the warmth and the energy and the love that is being shared across my team, even from different legs to different legs, that is something that I really think is really special. And my dream and goal is that that should always continue down in the legacy of my team.
Wow,
And
amazing, Devorah, amazing. So what advice can you give all the listeners about what they can do different to be a qualifier next year?
to continue to share every single day, even if it's 10 minutes, something that you're passionate about, to share that message. And when you stay focused with a consistent message of that you are passionate about wellness and that you can make a difference in another mom's life, the more you're going to stay consistent with that vision and that message, if it's on social media, if it's on Instagram, if it's on Facebook, if it's through a WhatsApp chat, or whatever it is, but continuously stay consistent even when you don't feel like it. Because the more you're going to do it, the more you're going to fall in love with it. And that message is going to become so clear, it's going to be like your brand. It is your business card, right? People know you for that. That is who you are. So just like we had that motivational speaker that spoke at conference and he had those yellow glasses, right? We all saw him and we'll never forget him because he had those green luminous glasses. The same thing is with you and your Shaklee passion and your message. Your message has to be so crystal clear so that you can reach your goal next year. And everybody's going to know you for that message that you are consistently sharing. So for me, my message is on social media consistently every single day is I don't ever skip my protein shake on social media. There's not one day that goes by that I do not share my delicious smoothie. I don't care how sick and tired they're going to get of seeing it because they know me for that smoothie. So consistently find something that made a huge difference in your day-to-day life and keep sharing that message. No one's going to get bored of it because you're going to keep getting creative with your message. Because the more you're going to fall in love with what you're doing, the more you're going to get creative, the more you're going to really keep building on top of it, and your story will evolve. And that's what's going to get you to where you want to go.
Great. Thank you so much, Devorah. Congratulations.
That's what it sounds like to be a Wall of Honor lady.
Oh, yes.
Congratulations.
Oh, yes. So passionate and so caring. And her whole heart and soul is in what she does. And she's so dedicated to every single one of her customers and distributors and her team members. We are so lucky that we have Devorah on our team, and she is doing outstanding work. So thank you, Devorah, for all that you do. We appreciate you, and keep going. There are more people out there waiting for you.
Oh yeah, they're praying.
I'll just add, you keep doing the smoothie and you change the audience. That's it.
Exactly. Your audience grows. And trust me, a mom just reached out to me this week and she said to me, I saw your smoothie. What is that smoothie? I think I need that smoothie. And she just started following me on social media. It was through the smoothie that she saw it just the other day and she was having a hard day.
And
She
Devorah,
actually
tell us, did you try the sampling yet?
Yes, love it.
How did it work?
It's fantastic. We have an amazing app. This app is a game changer for everyone, especially young moms on the go, because you just click that link and you send it to them. They can purchase it, or you can tell them, I have a special thing that I want to send you. It's a delicious protein sample. Would you like to give me your address? I'd love to send it to you. So you can pick which way you want to use it, but use it to keep building on that relationship that you have with your people. Those people that you've had a relationship with for so long and you just didn't know how to hook them in. This is the hook. This is the hook, because we have this technology that Roger put together for us. It's so simple. Just click it, $5.95, and you've got this gorgeous package coming to them at their front door. So
Wow.
beautiful. Love it.
Thanks for
That's
sharing.
great. That's great, Devorah. Thank you.
Devorah. Okay, now Devorah trained an amazing fairly new business builder, but she's not so new because she is doing such amazing work. So it sounds like she's with us for the last couple of years already. Tehila Haron is first level to Devora. She is a superstar. She joined in the winter, and she became a director right before COVID, if I remember correctly. And then she gave the gift of Shaklee to so many people that in her first 6 months, she qualified for the new directors conference already. And she is being recognized as a new rank achiever, first time director. So Tehila is a single mom with 2 little girls, and she is doing outstanding work. Tehila, give our team over here some advice on how they can be a rock star like you.
Hi. Well, first of all, I was trained by the best, Devora, obviously. It's so weird. Like, I only know her for like 7 months, 8 months or something. And I'm like, what was my life without Devora? Like, I don't remember it. It's like, what? Like, you weren't part of my life? Like, I didn't call you like 6 times a day? Yeah, so Devora's amazing. So that really did help a lot. But yeah, I joined Shaklee at the end of December. And I became a director in the month of February. So that was like a month and a half. So I really just shared it with everybody. Like, Devora really helped me with my migraines and my low energy. I was going to sleep every day at like 8 o'clock. I was getting migraines every day, taking Advil all the time. And she really helped me with that. And once I saw my results, it's like, that's it. I was like, oh my gosh, like, you guys need to try this. Like, you need to hear of this company. Like, how did I not hear of it before? And so I really started sharing it with my clients. I'm an occupational therapist, and with some friends. And it really just went like right away. As soon as I started sharing, people were interested. And yeah, I really became a product of the product. Like, as soon as I saw like what happened with my migraines, I'm like, okay, I like Shaklee-ized my whole home. I like switched over my detergents and my home cleaners, and everything, my skincare.
Look at her face. Look at her face. I mean, look at this.
Thank you. Yeah, I was having issues with my skin. I was having a lot of breakouts, and I couldn't figure out what it was. Like, I kept on like thinking maybe it was my makeup brushes, maybe it was my pillowcase, maybe it was my phone. Like, I didn't know. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just trying the whole skincare line. And yeah, like, my skin really got a lot better. Yeah, so I do these little events on Zoom for skincare, like skincare events. I send people that are interested samples of all the products, and then we do it on Zoom together. So I find that really helps with planting seeds. And then I also send them some other samples. Sometimes it'll be like the energizing tea or basic H or like the protein samples. So I'll send that together with the skincare, like just on the side. And sometimes I have people that join the skincare event and they end up being interested in the Prove It Challenge. So I speak about that during the events as well. I speak about all the different stuff that we do. And it really helps with, even if like, sometimes you're like, I had one event where it was supposed to be an event of like 15 people and only 2 showed up. Devora remembers that event. I was like so embarrassed. But that one person that was there, she ended up purchasing. And like, it's always interesting, like, it's always important to realize that like the events that I did that did have more people, even if they didn't purchase like the next day, like at first I got discouraged, but then like I realized that it really is about like planting seeds. Like, so they heard about the skincare, and then like a couple weeks or a month or so later, they messaged me and they're like, you know, I'm ready now. I'm ready to switch over. So it's really not about like, oh, right now I just spoke to them and they said no and I'm feeling discouraged. Like, you really just gotta, you know, keep your own motivation up, and eventually some of them, the ones that are interested, like do pull through. I did find that follow-ups are really important. Like, even if I did an event 2 months ago and I haven't heard back from somebody that was in my Zoom event, like I still reached out to her and like, you know, hey, what's up? How are you? Like, how's it going? Just ask them about what's going on in their life with COVID, especially, you know, how they're coping. And I really like genuinely care for my clients, and my clients see that.
That is
Hey,
amazing.
you are an inspiration. Thank you so much. Thank
So
you.
many amazing points, like the
I love it.
follow-up and the
Excellent.
planting seeds and doing the events regardless of who shows up and sharing the samples. So to heal
Tehila,
your
where do you live?
I live in New York. I'm a single
in New
mother.
York.
Two little
Okay.
girls.
Okay.
Hence the turtleneck.
So thank you, Tehila, for sharing. We have one
Thank
more.
you.
One more rock star. Daniela, are you on?
Hi, everybody.
There she is.
Hi, Daniela is
I
out
have
of
my
LA.
my Shackley wall. I'm going to showcase. Okay, so thank you so much for inviting me on this call.
Thank you. And Daniela is a brand new director. She's under Lala. And Lala sponsored Daniela in the beginning of the winter, right, Daniela? And you became a director in the month of?
December.
December. Okay. And Daniela is consistently growing, bringing in new people and doing amazing work. What advice can you give us there from LA for people to grow their business?
So I think what's really worked for me is being coachable. I've learned so much from my uplines and just kind of not reinventing the wheel. Something is working, so I'm not trying to like change it. I'm going with it, and I'm using a lot of the resources already provided. So I think I'm resourceful in the sense where like I store things in my phone, so immediately if someone's talking about, you know, needs OptiFloor DI, I have it saved on a file in my phone. I can just send it to them right away. And also, you know, I kind of like seem to like specialize now in the Prove It Challenge. So whenever I have a customer, hold on, Stella. Whenever I have a customer who's interested, it's on my fingertips to send them my video, to send them my email, so I don't have to repeat myself, you know? So it's all, I'm like duplicating it in a sense that saves me a lot of time, and I'm getting people in faster.
That's
So,
great, Daniela. You're an inspiration also. Schiffer, before we leave, would you kindly tell us, on behalf of all of your team, everybody thinks they're busy. Schiffer, would you tell us how many children you have and how many children those in your team have?
Yes, for sure. Thank you, Daniela, and congratulations for sharing. Daniela is a dietitian. I forgot to say that in the beginning. And she is dedicated to helping people live a healthier and better life. And congratulations, she sponsored her first dietitian distributor. So, which is a huge accomplishment in her field. So, thank you.
Lala is able to speak.
Yeah, I was looking for her. Lala, can you close
Hi.
it out?
Hi. Can you see me?
Lala's a mom of 3. She's in with her kids in the car.
I parked the car.
And
I
I'm
just got home.
Oh, you just got home. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Hi,
so Lala,
everybody.
can you close us out?
What?
Can you close for our team?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Lala Machete. This is Aryeh, my son. We just came back from the beach. So basically, I'm going to talk about how I kind of transitioned from just like director to like beyond director. I went from just focusing on selling vitamins, like Incredibites to this person, protein powder to this person, and just focusing on my own sales to just focusing on signing up distributors with signing people up for the Prove It Challenge and signing them up as a distributor with that. And then basically, that's basically what it is. So that's when I found Daniela, the dietitian. And that's when I found all like registered nurses. I found like a bunch of amazing health professionals to join my team, and that's basically what I started focusing on: Prove It Challenge and distributors. That's it.
That's great, Lila. And where are you located?
I'm in Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
And this is what a Zoom looks like at 5:30 in the afternoon with kids.
So
thank you, Lala, for sharing.
So thank you to my upline Shifra, Pessy, Leia, Sarah Rivka, and Devorah. You guys trained me so well. Thank you so much. And I love my team. I love Daniela. I love all of the girls.
you guys are terrific. So I have 2 things I'd like to do. First of all, I'm going to ask all of us to be gracious with our time because we have a whole nother team we'd like to hear from. So we're going to go over tonight, but this is celebrations. So please be peaceful, be patient, because we want to hear from Joanne Nistico and their team. But I wouldn't have changed anything that we've heard so far. Before we close though, Shifra, would you just tell us how many children you have and how many children each one of your team have, so that when we think about being busy and also observing very strict, the very strict traditions from the Jewish Orthodox community, what you all are doing, tell us about that.
Okay, so I think the fact that I'm blessed, I have 8 children, 4 are married, 4 are single, and I have, God bless, thank you God for my gift of 10 grandchildren, 5 boys and 5 girls. And let me tell you, multiplication works way faster than addition. It took me quite a few years to have my 8 kids, but in a very short time, in 4 years, I got 10 grandkids. So it's fun. It's fun. It's really fun. And I'm so grateful for Shaklee. And let me tell you, when I'm the oldest of 10, so I grew up in a big family, and then I raised my children. You learn to multitask. I think the issue is that people that don't have big families never get a chance to learn how to do 5 things at once. They only focus on one thing. We just finished 3 weeks of high holidays. I can't even explain to you how much food I cooked over the last couple of weeks. My freezer, I have a huge freezer, was stuffed to capacity, and then my other freezer. So we learn, and I was working my Shaklee business all in between all those things. So Leah is blessed with 8 kids as well, and I don't know the number of grandkids. She has 3 children married, and a bunch of little grandkids, and she's always having them over. Sarah's blessed with 3 kids. You saw Lala's 3 kids that were making trouble. And then Deborah has 4, God bless. And, you know, I think Daniela has 2 or 3, I'm not sure. But we're all moms, 3. So Daniela is amazing. She has a career. She has 3 little kids. 2? Daniela, you have 2 or 3? 3. God bless them.
3.
So,
3. And Hila has 2.
Tehila has 2. Daniela has 3. Lala has 3. Sarifka has 3. Devorah has 4. I have 8. You have 8. And we have some extras.
I love it.
Some adoptions, some adopted.
Let's do a
We used to sponsor outside of family. You have a whole master coordinatorship right with the kids.
To this entire Shifra organization. Awesome, 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 you guys.
So
congratulations.
I think it's about making a decision on what's important to you and then finding the time to do it, because there's never enough time to get your goals and dreams.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Shifra, to you and your whole team.
Thank you for giving us the honor.
So
and I'm
everyone,
going to be mailing out all the checks between tonight and tomorrow for all of you that qualified for this money, and those other on our Loomis and everyone else that is going to participate as well. So thank you all for listening.
thank you guys. All right, so we have one more master team that has outstanding stories. So please grant yourself the space to stay here and keep listening, because you're not going to want to miss these. Not that it's not a tough act to follow. So please welcome Master Coordinator Joanne Nistico for your wonderful team.
Okay, well, hi, all of my OPA Shaklee friends and family. It's such a pleasure to see all of you, and I do miss you. And what great stories, you know, stories sell, we always say, and facts tell. So all those stories are magnificent. I've taken numerous notes, and I will definitely apply them, because the energy and the excitement, Shifra, that you and your organization have is truly inspiring. And I'm very blessed also to have star achievers in our Shaklee family organization. And rather than belabor the lineages, as far as lineages, Mary Loomis started the business and her son Rob took over. then there's Carolyn Whiteman, and then there's myself. And so we're 3 masters under each other. And we're very fortunate to have Elaine Sherb as a first level of mine. And she was wonderful to have a daughter who's absolutely fantastic and beautiful, who became a star achiever this year. So I would like to introduce the 3 people. Actually, let me start with someone else first, because there's 3 in that line. I'm going to start with Susie Sunkel first. Susie Sunkel is a first level of mine. Susie actually came in through my attorney, who was a Shaklee director under me, and he introduced Susie because they worked out at the same gym. So Susie, congratulations, you won on the rank increase. Susie's had a fabulous year. She runs high volume, she's very dedicated, and plus she's studying for her master's degree. So Susie is in Vero Beach, Florida. Susie, just introduce your background a little bit and then share the 3 top tips that you've used this year to be a star achiever.
All right, and congratulations to everybody else. It's been a very inspiring call. I have one of my new builders on the call as well. I have 4 children, 10 grandkids, very busy getting my master's. And I find the busier I am, the more focused I am with Shaklee. It forces me to get focused, right, Shifra? It's been amazing. And one of the, I think, the things that really moved me was focusing on my database. I've been in Shaklee for a long time, and as other people have said, it's making a decision, is building the relationship with the database. I've seen some people in my database doing a lot of orders that I didn't even know. And I've called them and built relationships, and then that's expanded in that line. So really digging deep and building relationships with people that I haven't known. And then of course, continuing with the people that I do know, you know, letting them know they're appreciated. One of my sales leaders does outstanding work. So out of the blue, I just sent her a bouquet of flowers. Doing things like that and letting them know that they're appreciated has been really, really important. The other thing is activities, planning activities, having things going on so there's places for people to go, for people to see other people so they know it's not just me. And then also showcasing in my community. When I play tennis, I wear my Shaklee hat. While I'm playing, I pull out an energy chew. I can't tell you how many tennis players are using those energy chews, and then I expand from there. So those are the 3 things: working the database, building relationships, and letting people know that I love Shaklee. After my first month of taking products years ago, I couldn't believe the difference. And I said, you know, I'd be rude if I didn't share this with other people. It's just, how could I do that? It's such a difference. I'm going to keep it a secret. So it's important to let people know.
Well, thanks, Susie, and you have done a great job. Congratulations. I'm applauding you.
Thank you for, you know, all the support.
Yes, and our next speaker is Elaine Sherb, is the mother of the line that you're going to be seeing. Elaine Sherb is in Michigan, and she's a first level of mine for many years. And she has, of course, raised twin daughters and a son. And one of the twin daughters got the Shaklee bug and has started to build her business. And this year, she has an amazing organization of people who are also star achievers. And they earned the over 25,000 OV increase. So let's give a round of applause for Colleen DeGainer.
Thanks,
Colleen?
Joanne. Yeah, thanks, Joanne. Appreciate that. And you said it exactly right. I attribute my growth to to what my team has accomplished this past year. They've really had experienced some fantastic growth. And when I was thinking about your question about what steps should we take, it really echoes what Deborah said earlier about being consistent. My team has been consistent with their distributors in terms of connecting has been a big thing, the theme throughout tonight, but consistent with connecting with their distributors on team calls, supporting them however needed. And my group has also been very consistent with their message, and their platform is social media, and they do an outstanding job in being consistent with their posts, which is really, really important. So I applaud Mary Kay and Julie for that for sure. And I would also say, in addition to building in depth with our strong line, that our team has worked on personal development. We're working with business coaches. We understand our strengths. Joanne, we've done the Strength Finders, the Gallup Strength Finders again, and we really, we work in our strengths, and those look differently for each one of us.
Well, I'd love to see those.
Pass those along, yeah. And then we're also really clear on our why, which we feel like it really allows us to attract people, attract those who are passionate for what we believe in when we walk in our why. So those have been really important for what we've done in terms of growth this past year. But I was talking to John earlier, and he's like, well, Colleen, I think also that it really requires patience in terms of bringing people on board, and it has to be the right time. They have to have the vision, and it took patience for me because it took me time to come on board. It took Julie time to come on board. It took Mary Kay time to come on board. So we're all really great examples of having to be patient with those that we're talking to and building relationships with, like Susie was saying earlier. So Julie, I think I'll pass it on to you, and you can speak to some more specifics on what you've done.
Great job, Colleen.
Thanks.
Hi, everybody. It is an honor to be here and so inspired by that team that went before us. Love the energy and the passion. And I'm going to share some of the similar things. And we too have a great team. And thankful for Colleen and our whole upline, Joanne, Caroline, and Caroline and everybody. So my focus this year was my sister, who's going to speak next, is Mary Kay Nealon. She's on. Wave, Mary Kay. So it's been so fun to work with her. And she broke out a couple years ago, and we've just been attracting some distributors that are interested in the business. And so my number one focus this year was building our team. And so that has been my priority. And, was what is the vision that I had for our team? And so I was able to tap into a lot of things that I've learned from people that have gone before me in Shackley, Joanne, especially you, and Colleen. So it was kind of, what is the vision? And so I wanted something that people wanted to be a part of, that they looked forward to our meetings, because when they are excited to be a part of it, it becomes a priority. And so I wanted it to be a natural draw. So I wanted it to have purpose and value. I wanted to create unity, and like Devorah was saying, where they felt cared about, and a sense of family, and so do life together. So that was super important. So unity, purpose, value, growth. We invested a lot in personal development, and we are all about walking in our strengths. That's like our motto for our whole team is walk in your strength, walk in your strength. You have to be aware of your weakness, because you got to get that covered too. But walk in your strength. And I love that about Shackley is everybody's business looks different. And so, but the principles are there, consistency, follow up, and all of that, but it looks different because we all have different passions, and our platform can be different.
And
So,
Julie, didn't you have something happen this year? You've just been sitting quietly at home doing nothing?
Oh yeah, this past year I moved to uprooted to a new city, from Michigan to South Carolina. So, I had my sister spin off. So I've been, wanting to build focus on my PV again to get that going. And then also I had, a growing group. So managing both and split time with both, because I needed to establish myself here and my message and my message in a brand new community. I mean, didn't know a whole lot of people. So what is that going to be? And I love that about Shackley. It can go with us everywhere. So that's taking off. And then now our team. So we're having a lot of fun on our team. Love Joanne's health chats. Just to get everybody up to speed a lot, we did a lot of, tapped into those resources that she did. I found that when I was growing me personally, I was able to offer that to our team. And so I think that my own personal growth, my excitement, my passion I've been able to share that with our team. And so those health chats were really fantastic for a season. That worked. We're constantly assessing what works, what can we do better, and some things are just for a season. And so constantly talking about that, sharing ideas, and then and just helping people in their own passion.
I think it is the connection and the creating the community and the trust, as we've seen with Schiffer's group and with your group. And that's what it takes, is to let people know that you really care and want to bring them into this gift of Shaklee that is so powerful and so enriching. If you can get someone who, you know, gets rid of migraines, or you get a mom who can actually take care of the family plus earn an income and all those benefits, and you share it with so many other beautiful people, you can't help but grow, and you bring them in.
Yep. And that honestly, and having that message and your passion being what you focus on, and then the results happen. So
Also, you're working your business muscle besides just your nutrition muscle. That was a big switch for you guys, is that you looked at it on a broader spectrum of business contribution as well as product contribution. So that was outstanding for you. You want to introduce Mary Kay?
yes, so that is super fun to be working with her. She actually is from LA, so we had some people from LA on here. She is in the middle of a move right now, similar to what I did, relocating to a new city. So that's my sister. She is a certified international health coach. She brings a lot of passion and research and science to our team, and just super fun working with her. And she had an amazing year.
Yep, Mary Kay.
Welcome, Mary Kay.
Hi, everybody. First of all, thank you, Joanne and Carolyn. And, you know, thank you for everyone being on here. It's been inspiring listening so far. And thank you, Elaine and Colleen and Julie and everyone who's believed in me. I remember I was a hard sell at first with Shaklee. So I'm one of those people. And then I was a hard sell to get to like take on the business part of it. But once I dive in, I mean, I'm all in. I'm all in. You can't get me out of the water. So I'm all in. And I just want to say I really appreciate, I personally appreciate the way in the Shaklee model, the Shaklee business model, the way this company honors, recognizes, and rewards people who work hard. I'm telling you, it does motivate some people. I'm one of those people it motivates. And so I'm extremely appreciative for any of that. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Mary Kay, you currently were in LA, and where are you moving?
I am now in St. Augustine, Florida, and it's a mess. I'm against a wall. If I turn my computer around, it's a disaster. I'm sitting on the floor. But my husband and I here, we moved to Florida. Love it. St. Augustine, oldest city in the United States, and having a great time. But it's quite a transition, gotta say, quite a transition.
And you've had a great success with the Prove It Challenge and other things. Share, I don't want you to brag about it, but I want to brag about it. You know, how many Prove It Challenge kits have you recently sold?
Well, I'm over 70. I didn't check it as a month ago. I think I got 4 more this month. When Shaklee put that together, I'm a health coach. When Shaklee put the Prove It Challenge together, I was like, my love language. I mean, I love running health programs because I'm a health coach, but Shaklee took it to a new level. And so one of the things I did was I just built all my programs around Shaklee's Prove It Challenge. So I said, we're going to own it. We're going to prove it. We're going to live it. We're going to do it, you know? And so every month I just, come on, join. I'm all over social media. Come on, join this next month. You know, come on, get on board. And especially when COVID hit, it's like, and we have got to get our immunity strong. We've got to be in optimal health. That's what I push, optimal health. And this Prove It Challenge builds that. So every month people are, I want optimal health. I want to build my immunity. I want that Prove It Challenge. And what I do is, and I know I've heard a lot of people already talk about this, you know, and so I'm just going to repeat it, I guess. But I believe in following up. So if someone buys the Prove It Challenge and they're using that and they go through the month, The third week, I set up a one-on-one talk with them. I go, hey, let's connect. I want to see how you're doing. We talk about their health goals. We talk about what in Shaklee they like, if they will continue the Prove It Challenge. You can get some college students in there and go, yeah, that was a 1 monther. I go, okay, so let's talk about what you can do, because you need to keep moving forward. And so we build their program. I love Meology for that reason. But anyway, we build their program, and I just follow up.
And the other good thing is also that you've started to develop a team. So you're starting to multiply your own success through other people.
Yeah, it was really funny. Being a health coach, people don't see how they can do what I can do. I'm like, oh, you love Shaklee, you can offer this. And they look at me and they go, well, how can I do what you do? I'm not a health coach. It was very frustrating for me. And all of a sudden, a dietitian signed up, a nurse signed up, a business builder signed up, somebody else, but it doesn't matter. And it was just amazing. And I will say something about one more thing about our team. This is our entire team. We really do believe in aligning our business with God. And I do think when you're ready, God opens that door. He swings it right open. And he swung this door open for distributors. And now, thankfully, I've got Julie and Colleen to help me know how to raise up distributors, because this is a whole new world for me, you know? I love the product. I can, you know, someone said if people like you, no, if they know you and they like you and they trust you, then they're going to come to you for whatever it is that that you're presenting. They're gonna dive in. But distributorship is a whole nother world for me. And I just, I feel humble about it, but I've got great support around me, helping me with these women who have, I have a chiropractor who's a man who says he's building his entire business and he's going to bring Shaklee along. Now that's taken me 3 years.
Well,
So
the Meology is a great way to talk to people that aren't health coaches, that it is all done for them by the science and what Shaklee has to offer. And I'm not going to belabor this too much because I know we've gone over, but I wanted to congratulate all of you for such a great year, as everyone else here wants to congratulate you. And your messages are fabulous. With Shifra's organization and your organization, you can see how creating teams of people creates the momentum and the energy that makes the real difference of why it multiplies. And I have 5 children myself, so we want to talk kids. And my daughter is a partner with me now, who's really bringing in some beautiful new young people for me. So remember that we have the gift of Shaklee, everybody, and we are in the best Shaklee family, the OPA Organic Products Associates group. I want to thank Rob, even though you owe me a dinner, Rob, so I'll have to get you next time. But
I owe you all a dinner.
You owe us all a dinner, that's right. So we'll have to see what happens.
Look forward to it.
Yes, I know you do. Well, we appreciate you, and we've loved your mother for many years, and thanks for hosting this, Carolyn. And thanks everybody for hanging in there with us as we've gone over.
Thanks to all of you. And I just have a couple of thoughts I'd like to remind us of. This is, as you can see, the heritage is so powerful. But what I think is so extraordinary is look at the uniqueness of people's backgrounds. Look at the uniqueness of different cultures, of different parts of the country. Geography does not stop your business. I mean, look at just the last examples. And if we take a look at just the threads of who sponsored whom and where they are geographically. So it helps to expand our focus of what we can contribute. The last thing I think I will add is a quote from one of you, and I don't remember who it was, but thank you. And that is, your comfort zone is the graveyard of your dreams.
I think it was Leah.
Was that yours, Leah?
Yep.
Your comfort zone is the graveyard of your dreams. So this is an opportunity for us to connect with why we're doing what we're doing, who we look to connect with, what is the message we choose to share, and then to really claim that comfort zone. If we hang on to it, it's the graveyard of our dreams. Thanks everyone for being with us. Thanks Rob for all of your leadership, all of our masters and everyone who contributed, and congratulations to everyone. We will be seeing you at the next conference, but also on the next OPA call next month. Thanks everyone for being with us.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Yeah,
Thank you, Rob.
everybody.
And that famous quote, the
Congratulations.
check is in the mail.
Yep, the checks are in the mail. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
All right.
Thank you.
Bring it to you.